What's up, everyone?
I love your intro.
Oh, hell yeah. Just sit here and groove to it all. Yeah, every time.
Yeah, I was watching you guys and you guys look, he's doing this.
Yeah. I love that. That's a badass
great.
picture.
Yeah. That intro was badass. And the song is great too.
Another show here on YouTube. Another Into the Fire on YouTube tonight, huh?
Here we are, everyone.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Yeah, so, people who are tuning in or are going to be tuning in later, we got another good show for you guys lined up tonight. We got Mike from Scarred by Truth. We got him on tonight. We're going to be playing some of their songs, and he actually picked a song from a band, and we're going to be playing that as well tonight too.
Oh,
but nice. Yeah, we got a nice little lineup tonight. So how was you guys' week?
Pretty good. It was a little bit busy, but
we had our Contagion release that we've been so excited and promoting all week.
It was premiered on Black Metal Artist, and it was released today. And a new music video today for the title track for Contagion, so go check that out on YouTube.
Black Metal Artist, you can find them right here on YouTube, correct?
Yes, you can find the entire album there. You can find it on Effigy of Hate Topic, and you can find the new music video for Contagion on Effigy of Hate - Jules White.
Boom. So yeah, that was a big. You guys been working on that for a few months, that album, and I have to say,
yes, today.
This album has taken a lot of time.
A lot of time, and not only that, but this is really a fruit of your labors album as well. You guys, the time you put in it, it definitely shows in the music that you guys put out this time around.
Oh, thank you.
Above and beyond. Holy, this album is insane.
It really is. It was a lot of fun to do. I'll just say that. It was a lot of work. It was a little bit strenuous some days. My voice hurt after recording some of the songs, but it was worth it.
It really is a good album. It really is. I got my few favorites off of it. The Ashes is one of my favorites off of that album. Plus, Phantom Countess is always. I play this. I love that song.
I believe Ashes from the Fire is going to be my choice because we are actually doing a battle of the bands, group versus group. So we will be representing the Metal Lab, and I believe that's the song I'm going to pick to represent the Metal Lab as Ashes from the Fire.
Nice.
It's going to be an exciting battle of the bands.
I'm nervous, but I'm excited, and I hope I can make Tom Nando and everybody at the Metal Lab proud.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking cool. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Be thrown into the mix, into the ring.
Yeah.
So, yeah, without further ado, shall we bring on Mike from Scarred by Truth?
Yes, let's do it.
I won't let you do the little epic welcoming that you guys always do.
Drum roll, please. Scarred by Truth.
Metal. Good evening. Good afternoon.
Hey, what's going on, buddy? How are you doing?
I'm very, very well, thank you. How are you three?
I'm doing great.
Always good.
Awesome. Is everything good in the States?
Everything is going really nice in the States. Yeah, I can't really complain. They just passed a bill to help out on getting some of these vaccines and building spots to get people more vaccinated. And they're shooting for like a July 4th. You can get together with a small group of people and have a barbecue and do this. That's the goal if everything stays on track.
Pre-COVID.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
like that.
Making Independence Day, that.
And well, it's a nice feeling to know that I know this is going to get a little bit political on people, and frankly, I try to stay away from it as much as possible. But the mess that we was in prior to with President Trump and how he handled the COVID here in the States, and it's kind of refreshing to have somebody come in and kind of take control and put together this
Assess the situation for what it is.
Yeah, just kind of handle it, get a grasp of it, and then this guy, he said, I'm gonna get 100 million people vaccinated in my first 100 days. He beat that, but he's beat that expectation. He's ahead of everything. It's just refreshing to know that somebody's finally taking this serious and taking charge and getting things that need to be done.
I think that's been the key, I think for every country. I mean, like I said, let's not go down the full political route because we can easily anger people and things like that. But I feel what all of our countries has been lacking is good, strong leadership. I mean,
yes,
there's leadership, and then there's doing the right thing for the right reasons. And I think the UK, for a start, does not have the right leadership. Does not have the right leadership for the right reasons, and we've had very similar situations to what you guys have had. Maybe not as extreme as what you had with your last president, but yeah, we've had a lot of problems. I think there's a lot of greedy people that are running the world at the moment, and I think, like you've just said, Sid, it's nice to have somebody who's stepping up and is doing the right thing, the thing that is good. Rather than
I've always said the key. I've always said the key to opening up the world again is you have to tackle the virus first. Once you get that under control, then everything will start opening itself back up again. And it's just really refreshing to know that you can actually start seeing a bit of the light at the end of the tunnel.
Because that would be amazing. I mean, I've missed gigging so much. I've missed seeing people a lot. And I can't wait till we can get this all under control and be able to get out there and have some, can we say normality in life? But have some good quality of life, better than being in our domestic
restricted.
It's really nice to see that things are starting to come together here in the States. And it's starting to come together around the world, and it's finally, people complained about it enough. I think that they wanted to see something happen because people are a year. It's been a year. Just a few days ago, we celebrated a 1-year anniversary when it actually affected the U.S. as far as when it came out in the press and when things started shutting down. And there was a lot of angry people, a lot of angry people now are just like, let's get this shit together, folks. Get us what we need, And it's just nice to see somebody come in and just say, hey, all right, this is what we're doing. I'm keeping on my promises. We're going to take care of you guys. We're going to do what we need to do to get this country back to where it was.
Definitely. That's what we need. It's what every country needs.
Oh, absolutely.
Whether you like them, like who's elected or not, I'm just grateful that someone's come in and says, "All right, we're going to handle this, and we're going to try to get this as much under control as we possibly can."
Yep.
Part of taking an oath is taking care of the American people, and if you're not fucking doing that, then the American people are not going to take care of you.
I just feel like a lot of politicians have been taking care of business interests rather than the people's interests who they're supposed to be representing. But that's just what I feel.
Anyway,
yes, music.
I'm sorry I drug everybody into that.
Okay.
But I just thought it was nice. It just needs to be recognized, you know, that it is nice, as you asked, how is it going here in the States? And it's actually starting to come together, and it's starting to look. You're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And it's refreshing. Will it ever go back to normal? Probably not. Not the normal that we used to.
No.
But it's going to be nice to be able to get together and hang out with family, you know, close relatives or extended family. We haven't been able to do that in a solid year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, my missus, she's I live on the northeast coast of England, and her family are all from the northwest in Carlisle. So it's not far apart. It's about 60 miles, something like that. But we haven't seen them in a year, and it's so hard. So hard when she can't see her parents, her brother, her nieces, and you know, I mean, obviously, you guys are in a bigger country. You're talking thousands of miles rather than just hundreds, and that's got to be so hard for people. So yeah, soon we get this under control, and like you say, let's build a new normality and move forward.
Yeah, overcome. Absolutely.
Look for you know, regardless, there's going to be a lot of good things coming out of this.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good music. A lot of people have a different aspect on life. There, a lot of their art is reflecting in their music. That, you know, there's going to be a lot of good stuff that's going to come out of this, and we show enough patience. And you know, this has been a tough year for a lot of people, but you know, there's going to be a lot of amazing things that's going to come out of this whole pandemic that the world has went through.
Oh yeah, I mean, as in music, I mean, I think just me talking to you guys is a brilliant example of how the music world has adapted and has used the internet as a really good tool for good and to be networking, because chances are we would never have had a chance to talk, or we could have, but the way that things have developed and this need for us to stay in contact with the bands that we know, to kind of meet new people and network and just say, once this is over, we're doing a gig together. We're going to get you up to the Northeast. They're going to get us down to London or wherever. It doesn't matter what country and what town it is. The networking's been brilliant, and I just feel like I've made so many amazing friends because of lockdown.
Yes,
that I would have okay, we could have met. We probably would have met at gigs down the line, but would it have been the same? No. So I mean, again, that's another positive, and that's how I think music has adapted, and how the music business is going to adapt.
And what's another amazing thing that's come out of this, I think, and I don't know how we ended up in this conversation, but this is the beauty of this show, is that I've always said I believe this show should always be an organic kind of a conversation. I don't like anything
very authentic all the time.
And that's the beauty of this, is, you know, when the pandemic hit, it created for a lot of bands an issue of how are we going to get our music heard. And what has been amazing that as this has happened, you see all these different artists and all these different bands coming up with different ways to get themselves out there and still be heard. They challenge them to, and as doing that, it's going to start becoming something of the norm.
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing because it gives artists and bands other outlets outside of, you know, if you can't get for instance, if you can't get a gig, you can schedule one over the internet and have some fans watch it.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. That's amazing that there's a lot of artists doing that. I think that's wonderful.
I mean, one of the bands that's very close to me, they're up on the England Scottish borders. They're called Not Now Norman, and they've pretty much streamed every night since the lockdown started. I think it was last Friday they did their 300th live stream.
Wow, that's awesome.
I mean, they do originals as well, but they've done covers, so they've picked particular theme nights. So they've maybe done a Queen night or American Rock.
I really enjoy
and
that.
they've done that to entertain people. And I mean, they are a great little band. They really are.
And I think that's fucking amazing, and I think that's beautiful. That yes, it's been bad, but it's also sometimes you got, even though you're surrounded by dark, you got to find things that bring you light, that challenge you, and you have to challenge yourself to find new ways to be creative. And seeing these bands do just like you just said, to me, I think it's a fucking beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
So one of the bands that you was wanting to play, the Heist 211, right?
Yes.
And the song is called Fight. And I played this fucking song, I was like, wow, this is really fucking good.
Yeah, they are the great band.
Are you just a fan, or are you friends with them? What's the story?
I'm in two bands. I'm in my band, which is Scarred by Truth. I'm also in an industrial metal band called Juratori, and I was fortunate to be able to share the stage with them, and that was my first real introduction to them. But it was the second gig that I went to see them as a fan that they totally just won me over. They come out and there's a game called, I can't remember what it's called, Heist, I think it is, and it's about bank robbers. So they dress in suits and they have masks on. So it's totally different than Slipknot, but I mean, that's obviously the first band that's always going to come to mind. But obviously you see them setting up the equipment, they just dress normally, they come out, and when they come out, there's just this absolute impact of them coming out as these guys that are gonna do you over, you know, but they're lovely. And Joe, the singer, has got his mics on a baseball bat.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Badass.
And I mean, it was only a small venue. I saw them the second time as a fan, but when a band can just walk out and the whole atmosphere in the venue just changes, you're just like, whoa, okay. And then obviously I'd heard the song before, but this song, Fight, I think they did it at the end of the set. And when you've just got this chorus that the entire venue will sing along to, I think that's just a winning combination. So it's a great song, great lads, amazing stage presence. It just totally won me over. And for me, it's an anthem of just don't give up. Don't let anybody get in the way. Don't let them stop you.
Sharing it with me, I was like, damn, this is really fucking good. And I get the whole chorus is it really is catchy. I can see a club or someone like that where the audience is singing along with it.
Yeah, it's like, to me, it's like Drowning Pool's Bodies. You know, it's just that, boom, hit you.
It sets the.
Yeah.
Let's play them.
Yeah.
Shall we play them?
Yeah, let's play them.
This is
let's
Heist
do it.
11 with Fight. We'll be right back, folks.
Free the fear from my mind. Rise, awaken, push it back inside. I can feel, I can touch, I can use my life back. I hear voices as desperate as mine.
That was epic.
I really enjoyed that.
That needs to be like a song. Like what I envisioned is like a UFC fighter coming out and like ready to fucking fight.
Or wrestlers' music. I think.
Yeah, it needs to be. It's a perfect
maybe
song.
some sort of like theme song to like a WWE pay-per-view event or something.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean that was
That was an epic song. It was badass. I like it.
Going back to the first time I heard Bodies by Drowning Pool was the opening of, I can't remember which WrestleMania, I think it was 26. And I just remember, like, because it was a bit of the original video and then they had some of the wrestlers in. But it's just obviously, you know how kind of iconic that song is and just that whole let the body sit. And I remember just sitting going,
yeah,
listening to it, and this is just the start of the WrestleMania or whichever event it was, and I thought, God, and then obviously I looked into Drowning Pool, and
Drowning Pool was one of my favorite bands. I really was upset when the lead singer passed away.
Oh my God, me too. I was so sad.
Now, don't get me wrong, I dig the new singer. I don't know his name, but I just
you dig him.
I know it's kind of bad. There's a couple of 7 Stitches, I think, is the name of one of the recent songs by Drowning Pool, and I like the kind of direction that they're going. But I really enjoyed the lead singer of the original singer from Drowning Pool.
I think it's just, I mean, there are some bands where you just have this iconic member that once they're gone for whatever reason, whether it's by choice or by fate, they're never the same. But obviously, some bands have endured and can do. I mean, I think one of the only successful bands I can think of that is like Metallica. Obviously, once Cliff was taken far too soon, and they got Jason in, and I thought they were amazing with Jason. I think they abused Jason too much, but they're lost. And obviously, they're carrying on with Rob, and it's brilliant. It's another dynamic, but yeah, some bands just once you've lost that iconic member or linchpin member, it's just never the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, DJ Metal here, you want to give Miss Inked Metal Goddess a proper hello?
Yes. Hello, Inked Metal Goddess. We love you too. Thank you very much for all your support.
She is apparently a fan. You are a fucking legend, Mike. I have to agree. And
I wouldn't say that. More like a leg end than a legend.
And a true gentleman.
Oh, I try.
Oh.
Yeah, but Donna was one of the I've just used her real name. Inked Metal Goddess was one of the first. He's one of the first people in the States who kind of picked up on us and has just become, I would say, like a super fan for us. And she's also very fond of another band from here in the UK called Thrasher Wolf. And yeah, I mean, it's just lovely. You just like your own Bob Bones, you just know these people who are genuine and who have this just love for music and push everything that they come across and think is good. They will put it out there.
That's a good point, Mike, because he took on a whole persona. It was never from the start about any kind of notoriety at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, he took on a persona just to be able to promote bands, and it never wanted it to be about him. Them people like that are hard to find.
Oh yeah. I mean, he is a true gentleman. He's like his. I've only known him through Facebook and through his interactions and his posts, but you can tell that every post that he makes is passionate about music. He will listen to everything that he reviews. He pushes it really hard, and that's the sort of people that you want to be the beating heart of keeping music alive. I mean, speaking of which, Carl Black is watching. Carl is a member of. He's one of the 2 founding members of a group called the Thrash Metal Album of the Fortnite Club, and it deals predominantly with thrash metal, but they do dip into death metal and other genres. And both Carl and Robbie, who run it, are just truly passionate people who care about music. They put a podcast together. I think they aim for about a 2-hour podcast, but it comes out at about 3 hours every single week. And what that does, that covers, they'll put a couple of subjects on, like Omniums, or they'll talk about a particular band and their album, and then the members of the group just run wild and have really good, intelligent conversation about it. There's never any bitterness. It's just a lovely, wonderful club to be part of. And like I say, these are the people who are using the internet in the right way. Mm-hmm. That goes back to our little conversation before fight. So, Paul, Robbie, love you.
So I got some. We're going to play some of your guys' band's music. What I know, right? Everybody take the headphones out, turn the channel, find another YouTube channel to watch. Yeah. We're going to play "Scarred by Truth." Do we have to do this, really?
I mean, I've heard that. I've heard all the songs so much, so I don't know. I'm kind of desensitized, but strangely, in all the bands that I've been in, this music's the one that I don't mind listening to a lot. And because like I say, I think bands must get sick of it, but I don't. Even when I'm editing videos, and I'm not very good at it, but when I do it, you're hearing the same things constantly. But I'm just like, okay.
I get that. I would get burnt out listening to I would get burnt out listening to the songs. Mm-hmm. I would. I mean, I'd be like, I don't even want to hear myself play. I don't even like hearing myself do anything. Playing myself back on a podcast. I don't even like hearing my voice.
No, I don't. I don't think anybody likes to hear their voice because you always sound different in your head than what you hear, and it's often worse.
So we're going to play the song "Scarred," the video for that I on YouTube for "Scarred."
Yeah.
I think that's a really fucking great song too, by the way. I just want to say, yeah.
Thank you so much. It was kind of the first song that we put together as a band. We literally walked into the rehearsal space, and Deej, our singer and co-main songwriter with myself, just went, I've got some riffs. So we played them, and then the guitarist and the drummer at the time, along with me, just went, okay, we'll play this. And then the bridge bit, Deej was like, I've just got this riff, we'll play it here. And we just like, no, we're going to double it. And it was an organic creation. And yeah, that's what we came up with. And all the songs that we recorded, we didn't record in the way we wanted to. We would have liked to have gone into the studio and done it like every other band. But obviously the lockdown happened. And although this was originally a demo that I tarted up a lot, made it a bit more prettier, and I think it was just a matter of learning and just having this learning curve of recording something and then recording more things and then going back and going, I can do that better. And so that's Scarred. It's a bit of our anti-authoritarian song, I guess, in a way. It's about not being controlled, not letting people control you. Not kind of letting people oppress and cause fear. And I guess it's our fight song without actually saying we're going to beat you up.
Kick your ass. All right, so we're going to play it for everybody. This is Scarred, and we'll be right back, folks.
That was great. I loved it.
Is it
Oh,
safe
yeah.
to take the plugs out now?
No, they weren't in. That was good.
Yeah, that was fucking. I'm sitting there just bobbing my head the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Not too hard. I don't want to fucking do anything. I'm old and I don't want to fuck a neck up or something like that. But yeah, I was bobbing.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's a good song.
It's your fight song for
Yeah.
Like you say.
Yeah, I mean, our songs are all. I wouldn't call us social warriors, but we'd like to be about social awareness. So, our songs, like I say, it's about being aware. It's about we've got songs about mental health. Got songs about being demonized by society. I mean, eventually we might go down the fighting trolls in the ice and raining down thunder. But that I don't think that's us. I really don't think that's us at the moment.
Oh, I really liked it from beginning to end.
Thank you.
Yes, I had to go through. I went through and had to grab songs that were 5 minutes or less, and I was so fucking fortunate that when I heard it, I was like, when I went to look, I was like, yes, 5 minutes or less.
I don't even remember what version of that one is because it's just a static image, and I mean, it's not the actual video that we've got, which is very choppy, changey, sharp images about war and suffering and things like that. So yeah, I don't even know where you got that one from. Thankfully, you did.
Good fine stuff.
And I was really wanting to play the Plight, and I got the one channel on YouTube has a 5 minute and 17 second version of the video, and you have another YouTube page as well. One is Scarred by Truth topic. So whenever you release something through DistroKid, it comes.
Yes.
I went to that one and I found the Plight video, and it was 4 minutes and like 57 seconds.
Oh, nice. I have seen that, but I keep forgetting about it, so I should really look at it a bit more than I do.
Luckily, you have me around to do stuff like that.
Yep.
You're brilliant. You're amazing.
But yeah, I was like, I really wanted to play that song because that one, I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't that the one that was for the charity album?
No, the one for the charity album for Moshing the Roof On, which I'll talk about in a minute, was the Plight, and the Plight came about because I wanted to write a song just specifically for charity, and all the profits from the song go to the UK homeless charity shelter. And we wrote it. So I told Dee, just said, I want to write this song, and I wanted to be for charity, and that was it. Nothing happened. A couple of weeks later, he came back with, right, I've got this song demoed, and I was like, okay, listen to it. And I thought, yeah, okay, that's great. Let's push ahead with it. Pushed it to a better demo stage, and then I was fortunate enough to see another group on the internet, thank you, internet, in its positive way, called UK Thrashers, run by Neil Brannigan Fuller. And he works a lot with the Thrash Metal Album Club with Robbie and Carl. And he was putting together a charity album called Moshing the Roof On, which was 28 UK thrash metal bands. And I mean, I don't count us necessarily. We've got some thrashy undertones, but we aren't entirely thrash. Yeah. And I approached Neil and said, I've got this song. It's for charity. It's absolutely perfect. Your project is perfect. We don't want to see a penny of it. Can you use it? And he said, yes. So the race was on to complete that song. So we got it completed. We were the last band to submit. And so the Plight was born. And it was the origination of the song was because Deej had read an article about somebody who was homeless, who was talking about obviously how hard it is, how difficult it is to get by, but also the stigma that being homeless has, and how people look down on you, will walk past you, might even spit on you, might assault you. And yeah, I mean, that's what that song's all about, is kind of the hardships that somebody in that horrible position that nobody should be in is going through.
Now, this song is this video that I have of the song is it's featuring a guy named Jordan.
Yes, Jordan Giles. Yeah, from he's a guitarist. I mean, at the time we didn't have a lead guitarist, and I reached out to Jordan. And he's in a death metal band called Swarms, and they're Swarms UK on Facebook and most social media. And luckily, he lives in the same town as me. And I said, Jordan, do you want to come and do a solo for us? So he did. He came round, and I think it was that very night, a guitarist phoned up and said, "Oh, I'm a lead guitarist. I want to join." So he came over and basically recorded. Basically, I had 2 solos, so I kind of mixed them about on the song. And from a production kind of point of view, yeah, there's a lot going on in it with the solos, but it kind of works to symbolize the inner turmoil that's going on, to having to brave the weather, having to brave, like I said, the social stigmatism of it, the mental health issues that come with it, the demons that probably infect your thoughts on a day in, day out basis, not business. So it kind of works. I hope it works anyway. It's there for forever now. So if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work.
Shall we play it for everybody?
Let's do it.
Go on then.
Close his fucking ears again. All right, here we go. This is The Plight by Scarred by Truth. We'll be right back.
feel like ending it today. Winter cups up, city and night. Welcome to the loneliest life. Indiscriminate killing today. And the fight my bills alright. Exhausted, still in pain. I'm sick and tired of feeling this way. The system insists that I'm okay. Why do I feel like ending it today? Winter cups up, city and night. Welcome to the loneliest life. Indiscriminate killing today. And the fight my bills alright.
That was so awesome.
There's some unique sounds in there.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think that's how people have described us as unique.
I love it.
Listening more to the lyrics, and I was just blown away with what the lyrics of the song and how powerful the message was. I was like, fucking A.
I mean, that's not the kind of the video that we've put out for it. On the actual video that we have for it, which is a bit longer because it's got tops and tails on it. We put a lot of facts and figures that we did our research. We went to Shelter. We went to I can't think what the other big homeless charity is. So we made sure we got Crisis. Yeah, Crisis. So we got a lot of detail, and we wanted to put that into so that people would be able to sort of see the images and stop and think about what's being said and what the problems actually are. And I think I got that kind of idea from a Five Finger Death Punch video. I mean, I know a lot of bands do that, but there was the one about the war veterans and things like that.
The
So it was that sort of inspiration. Obviously, don't have that budget to be able to pull that off, but we thought the best thing that we could do would be to actually back up the facts that are there and try and make people aware of it and the problem.
I think it's a fucking great song.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got sidetracked from my cat trying to get out the door.
Yeah.
I can
Sorry.
see it.
My ADHD brain's like, ooh, cat.
I didn't even know he was fucking in here. It scared me at first. I seen something pop out of nowhere. I was like, thank God I had my Marvel T-shirt on and I felt protected.
Yeah.
See?
I'll leave my glasses on for that. I'm too old to be able to see without them. I'm being vain.
So what kind of stuff you got coming up for Scarred by Truth? What's new? What you got coming up in the near future?
Well, that's an interesting question. We've got the next thing that we're releasing is so as a follow-up to Moshing the Roof On by UK Thrashers, they're actually doing Volume 2, which is due out on April the 9th. So it's a bit of a bigger bumper edition. It's actually 30 bands this time.
Okay.
And it's for £10, 10 Great British pounds. So you're talking 33 pence per track. And it has some of the newer bands on the scene, like ourselves. I mean, this is our sophomore kind of release now on that album. But you've got established bands in the UK like Solitary and Virus. So these are kind of like the new and the kind of the veterans of the UK thrash scene that, again, have donated their tracks to another homeless charity CD. So our next track that's coming out is called Social Media. It's due for release on the Moshing the Roof On Volume 2 album on April the 9th. And what we're going to do is we're going to withhold putting anything else out for at least 2 weeks, maybe even longer, because what we would like is for the track and the album to sell. And if people want to listen to the track, go and buy the album. I mean, the download is only £5 anyway, but buy the CD, because it's amazing, and I think we've got to this point in time where having physical things doesn't seem important, but I think there's something amazing about having a CD. It's like I said, I'm an old guy, and I used to love going out and buying vinyl albums.
I used to. One of my favorite things when I was a kid is I was part of this thing called Columbia Music House is what it was called, and it's like a club, and they send you when you initially sign up for like $1, they send you like 20 cassettes of artists that you
cool.
And then for a monthly subscription, they suggest an album of the month, and they would send it to you for the as long as you have the subscription, they'll send you one album free every month. And one of my favorite fucking things to do when I was a kid was getting that cassette and taking that plastic wrap off and opening that cassette for the very first time.
Yeah.
It was just the smell of it, the feel, knowing that you're getting ready to pop this in your cassette player, your Sony. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fucking old too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think as well, you would kind of just following on what you say there, Sid. Whether it was the vinyl or whether it was the cassette or even the CD, now you unwrap it, you look at it, you'll put the disc in or the cassette in, and then you take out the booklet or the sleeve, and I remember just poring over it and looking at the pictures, reading all the production notes, reading the lyrics.
That was
time and effort
one of my favorite things to do was, as a kid, having my Sony Walkman, putting the cassette in, playing it, putting the headphones in my ears, and reading the lyrics as they were being sung.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite things to fucking do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether the current generation. I mean, obviously, ladies, you're a little bit younger than Sid and I. I mean, is that sort of thing that appeals to you, or there's like having something tangible in your hand?
I think it's turned into lyric videos now.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever, Sid.
I think no, seriously, and I'm not trying to be. I guess maybe this is just my opinion. But the days of reading lyrics and holding a physical copy of your hand has now turned into YouTube and bands creating lyric videos. Mm-hmm. The days of holding those, I think, it's almost prehistoric.
Yeah,
prehistoric.
I think a lot of it seems to be people want quick fixes of entertainment. So. I think that's one of the reasons why TikTok's done so well, and obviously Instagram's brought in Reels to kind of match that, is that people want quick entertainment. And if something grabs them, then they'll stick with it. And like you say, they'll then go and watch the lyric videos and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's the other side of music changing, isn't it?
It is ending, and it is sad.
Well, that kind of brings us back to the single, which is called Social Media. It's so the song that's coming out is kind of our take on the media in general, which is obviously a big thing and something that we live with all the time, because where you used to sit and just come home at night and watch the news is at your fingertips now, whether you want it there or not. You're constantly bombarded by updates and social media. Everything's there at your fingertips. You probably don't see your friends as much as you would, because why would you? You just need to chat. You just chat with them. So that's our next song is about that, and how the media and social media has kind of been positive, but mostly in a way being negative. And I mean, it maybe seems a bit two-faced, because the social media is how we are surviving. It's how we've kind of got our following is a following, but we've built that over social media because we had to adapt, and we couldn't go out and gig.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like a double-edged sword. It might seem like we are having a go at the sword and trying to reinvent it, but we're just pointing out the negative sides of it, about, like I say, how the scenes of war, death, pornography, it's just now at your fingertips, and it's bombarding, and in some way it must be affecting every generation that's out at the moment in some small way.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean the social media platforms, again, I'm not going to get into political things. There's been some horrible use of social media, I'd say, in the last 2 to 3 years. Some very negative ways, and I think it's changed people a lot. And again, we want to make people socially aware of that. But yeah, that song's out in 3 weeks or so.
So yeah, everybody be sure to check it out. Get the album. I'm sitting here just reminiscing. You got me all reminiscing about the days of actually getting cassettes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike. I needed that. Back in the 80s, when I was a young little lad, I was part of this thing called Columbia Music House.
Yeah. I think we had similar over here in the UK. I think it was Britannia Records. And obviously that particular club has died down, but we still have, every year, there's the Brit Awards, which has gone from that. And they are quite prestigious awards in the UK. If you win a Brit, it's like a musical Grammy. The music is the Grammy, isn't it? Like a musical Oscar. It's late, and I've been drinking. But yes, I mean that evolved, and I mean the whole kind of I don't know. I think the internet's been a good tool, but like any tool, it can be used in a negative way.
Yes.
Just got to keep positive.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait to hear the new song when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get me a copy of this CD, just do my part of whatever that, no, there's no part, no big, there's no part too small.
Yeah.
All the help is, it's a good cause. And I think, and not only that, it's new music. And there's going to be bands on there that I'm not going to hear it. I've not heard Pride before. So
yeah,
that's what it's really about for me, is hearing new music. So go out there, and when it comes out, be sure to buy it, everybody.
Yeah. If anybody does want to buy it, I mean, obviously, in an ideal way, come to our page, like us, and follow the link. But if anybody just wants to go and buy it, if you go to Bandcamp and just type in UK Thrashers or Moshing the Roof On, that will take you to the UK Thrashers page, and you can buy the physical CD or buy the download. And like I say, the download is only £5, so that's going to be 33 pence, 50, about 17 pence per track, which I think is a bargain, absolute bargain.
Absolutely.
And all that money, all the profits just go straight to the charity shelter.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. That's awesome.
Mike, thank you very much for hanging out with us tonight, man. Thank you.
Anytime.
It's I'm getting myself back into the swing of doing these again. It was great to have you on us here on our second show from our month and a half long hiatus we had.
It's been a minute.
Turn around and get myself put in Facebook jail. So I just can't win from losing. It is what it is.
Fine though. You're a strong guy. You'll get over it, and you'll climb it.
I'm like, my room's like my jail cell, and I got on the corner of the wall like little marks of days, and I'm counting down till I'm released. I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry. I didn't do it, boss. I'm sorry. I just want out. Can I get a bowl of beans, boss? Anyway.
I think you got ones out first, though, Sid.
Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, man. I really do appreciate it. Much. We are going to end the show tonight. Be sure to tune here in about an hour. I'm going to be on XRP Radio. I've got another episode of Delinquents Ball with me and Bob Bones. We're going to be doing the show together tonight. So be sure to tune in for that, whoever's tuning in right now. And we're going to end the show with another Scarred by Truth song, video, whatever. And this one's The End Is Nigh.
Ooh.
Thank you, Mike. Isn't that fucking dramatic when they do that? It just like throws you off, doesn't it? Ooh, they just do it in
syncopated as well. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're pretty in sync sometimes. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, though. It's a good thing. It just throws you off because you're not expecting it at that time. You're just like,
yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. That's tuned in with us, hanging out with us. We
Always
will
a great time.
next
Thank you for
Saturday,
having me.
next Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as always, right here on Into the Fire on YouTube for the next 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks left.
The entire month of March.
Yep.
As she was saying, if you did not notice the body gesture, she was getting herself all the way until the end of March.
If I could crawl through this screen, I would.
I'm sorry. All right, guys. You guys have a great night. Thank you, ladies. Once again, Mike, thank you. And this is Scarred by Truth. The end is nigh. We'll see you guys soon.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Bye.